and welcome to EduNews 360 here on Joy Learning TV, where we bring you weekly updates in the educational sector, both in Ghana and beyond. My name is Comfort Antitetivia. Coming up, the Ghana Education Service orders headmasters not to shut down schools amidst teacher union strike. Also coming up, JHS 3 students decry teacher strike as BEC approaches. And lastly, in our News in Focus segment, we will take a look at the life of the last member of the Big Six, William Oforiatta. We have details for these and more here on EduNews 360. Many thanks for staying with us. Now to our first story. The Ghana Education Service has ordered junior and senior high school head teachers to maintain operations despite the ongoing strike staged by 3 teacher unions, namely the Ghana National Association of Teachers, the National Association of Graduate Teachers, and the Coalition of Concerned Teachers. There is more in the following report.
It's been almost a week since the Ghana National Association of Teachers and 2 other teacher unions embarked on a nationwide strike over their conditions of service. One of the parties that have been affected the most is students. Ghana Education Service directed all district and regional directorates to keep the schools open despite the strike. Primary school students at the St. Paul's RC Basic School in Accra say the absence of their teachers is affecting their studies.
They thought that the teachers are on strike. So we will be going home early.
And from the time you've been here till now, what have you been doing in class?
Yeah, we were talking, then later the seniors came into our class. They told us to take our books so that we can learn some more. This week Wednesday we are writing exams. And the teachers are not there because our madam, she doesn't want us to see that as we are playing. She always wants us to be learning. So she sometimes, even when our friends are playing, she will call us into the class so that we come and learn.
Today they said the teachers are gone for strike. Friday the teachers all went home early. So I didn't know that they will be going for strike. And our headmistress, the Ayawa So Central man came and says the teachers are gone for strike, so we can learn on our own. He told us we should, when they are asked to tell us to go to break, we should go, but we will close early.
They told us to learn when it was weekend. They told us to learn, so I think we should go and learn again because we are coming to write exams soon. So when we don't learn the exams, we can fail.
At the Accra Newtown Experimental 2 Basic School, the situation is not different. At the time the news team arrived at the school at about 1:40 p.m., only JHS 3 students were present on campus. With barely 3 months left to write their final BECE exams, the students here have resorted to studying in groups while hoping the strike will end soon for normal studies to resume.
It's affecting us because we have only 3 months left to BEC, and if there is no teachers, how can we write the BEC without teachers? So we need teachers to come and help us to learn and practice the exams and learn to pass our BEC because it's left with only 3 months for us to write BEC.
And now there are no teachers, so how are you coping? How are you doing it?
We have to learn on our own. That's what we are doing.
If the teachers don't return, as a student, we will not be able to learn, because we are going to our final year, we are going to write our BEC. So if the teachers are not around to teach us, we can't get the knowledge and to learn and write the final lesson. So they have to come. Sometimes some of the teachers, sometimes both of them come and teach them. We'll go. We'll not even waste time here. Yeah.
The National Labour Commission's call for an end to the strike was not heeded to by the 3 striking teacher unions. The unions are expected to meet the Labour Commission, the Employment Ministry and other stakeholders to try and resolve the impasse.
Some junior high school students have expressed fear that their preparation for the upcoming Basic Education Certificate examination may not be adequate due to the ongoing industrial action by their teachers. On March 20th, The three teacher unions, namely the Ghana National Association of Teachers, the Ghana National Association of Graduate Teachers, and the Coalition of Concerned Teachers Ghana, declared an official strike due to unsatisfactory conditions of service. There is more in the following reports.
Academic activities in various basic schools have halted due to the ongoing strike by pre-tertiary teacher unions. The strike declared by the teacher unions is centered on grievances related to their conditions of service and other pertinent issues. Some final year students of the State Experimental Basic School lament the strike will affect their performance in their upcoming BECE.
Yes, we are going to write exams next week. But the teachers are not coming to school, so it's going to affect us. We are not going to get good grades because they are not coming to school to teach us what we are supposed to learn. And they are also telling us that the questions will be plenty. So we have to come to school by ourselves and learn by ourselves.
We have so many things to learn. We can't learn everything on our own. So if the teachers do not come, we will not be able to complete what we have to learn this term. We have heard that they are already done setting the questions, so if we are not able to complete it, we will not be able to write the exams.
I'm Kofi. There's almost teachers for no mama strike, common by NCS students have my own strike. The more cultural government for say I can't model your monas or munchia. Yes, so mumbechia mom. Now almost for mumbechela, the intimates, you exams sent by it.
And the strike is affecting us much because we are not getting the time to revise with our teachers, and we are going to do a presentation because of the strike too. The teacher is not coming to school to do the presentation with us, so it's affecting us in many ways.
Some parents who were oblivious of the industrial action trooped the premises of the school to pick up the awards.
I wasn't aware. He had to call and tell me there is no teacher around, so he's just hovering around doing nothing. So basically I have to come and pick him and let him go home. They being at home will also need to get somebody who will be at home to take care of them being at home. That one too will also be a cost, because when he's in school, by the time he comes back, the mother would have been home by then. But now that look at the time now, it's almost getting to 12, and he has to go back home. There's nobody at home.
Headmaster of the school, Solomon Osei Kankam, called on the government to address pressing issues affecting teachers' ability to effectively deliver on their mandates.
As we speak, our condition of service has expired, and we are supposed to have a new one. However, per the rules and regulations, if a new one has not been prepared, it means the old one still runs. Then we also have issue with our scheme of service, the ranks that we progress from one to another. As we speak, when you come to GES, when one reaches deputy director, you get stuck. All other ranks are by political appointment. And then we're also talking about teachers' laptop. Most of our teachers have not received their laptops, even including directors, education officers, primary teachers, KG teachers. All these things have not been done. So we are asking that the laptops be given to us. Because it's been 2 years and above, the laptops, the distribution has not been completed. Again, we are also looking at the timetable for the academic calendar for the secondary school. Today we heard a date to be announced, another time a new date. All these things are not helping us.
The director of Alpha Beta Centers, Dr. Naomi in Japon, is advocating for the inclusion of more females in Ghana's STEM education drive. According to her, there is a need to have quality facilities in order to improve learning in this regard. There is more in this report.
Alpha Beta's modern STEM facilities offer practical learning opportunities fostering critical thinking and problem-solving skills through real-world applications of STEM principles. The school has also launched the STEM Champion program for female students to address the gender imbalance in STEM education and employment. The program emphasizes equal opportunities for all children in STEM fields. Director of Alpha Beta Education Centers, Dr. Naomi, Japon, highlighted the need for good facilities and having girls on the project.
We've been very proactive in making sure that our students have good facilities to be able to study STEM-related subjects. So we've been able to upgrade our science labs. We now have 2 ultra-modern labs. We've been able to create a physical science hub where students can study physical science and geography. We've been able to create a lot more STEM-related clubs, that students can join, from environmental clubs to coding, robotics, but also what we've done differently as well in the last year is we've now incorporated through one of our partners that you probably interviewed, STEM Robo by Moria Education. We've been able to put coding, robotics and AI into the mainstream curriculum. Over the last 10 years, we've been trying to get young people to do more coding, do more robotics, but because of a poor understanding, if it's done as an after-school program, etc., we find that the uptake was quite poor. So what we did is now it's compulsory for everybody from class 1 all the way to Form 3. So that children will get a taste for it. If they like it, great. If they don't like it, it's something they'll do to Form 3 and then they can leave it. But at least they have an understanding of what it is.
Chief Executive Officer of Bountiful Technologies, Seth Ogu-Ayim, stressed the need to help young girls develop their potential and promote gender equality in STEM.
It's just 20% of women in STEM. So we want to emphasize and promote that gender bridge to make sure that the girls can also contribute to the digital economy. Robot kit, and this is built out of the logos from VEX. VEX Robotics, we are the partners in the sub-region. So the kits will be taught with instructions. And this is a clown, a type of robot that can pick different elements, different process. So this was built by some of the students in the program.
Faustina, whose grandchildren are students at Alpha Beta, commended the institution for the initiative.
STEM initiative is very good because now my grandchildren understand what science and technology is. And if you want to become a robotic engineer, the subject that you have to read at the school, and you want to be a computer programmer or software developer, the kind of subject that you have to read seriously. So I think it's very, very good, and it's going to help our children all the way.
Some students in the STEM Champions program spoke to EduNews.
Through the Alpha Beta STEM Championship for Girls, I've been able to know certain things in the STEM topics. Some of them were like the test for iodine in foods, test for starch, and test for sugars in foods.
It's very exciting, and I think it has given us a chance to all think of innovative ways to come up with different solutions to different problems.
Alpha Beta School is fostering diversity and innovation through its commitment to STEM education, preparing students for success and shaping future leaders and innovators.
President Akufo-Addo has announced the distribution of 1.3 million tablets to public senior high school and technical and vocational education and training students. According to him, this initiative is part of the government's measures to ensure that all sectors of the country are digitized. EduNews' Maxwell Agbagba has more in this report.
President Akufo-Addo launched the Ghana Smart Schools project just some minutes ago. Here we are at the foyer of the Accra International Conference Center, where some students are seated with the tablets. We're told that 1 million of these tablets will be distributed to students in various public second cycle institutions and TVET institutions. We are also told that 100 smart schools are being constructed in various parts of the country, and these structures are the various level of completion. Let's speak to some of the students here. Let's find out from them how they think this tablet would benefit them. Hi, what's your name?
Isabella. It's a good initiative. It's, like I said, it's education without boundaries. I think it's a nice idea the government is trying to enforce, because during pandemic, now Ghana was trying to get used to the whole e-learning thing. But thanks to this good initiative, we can actually start that. So come pandemic, come tsunami, come flood, we can actually have e-learning, learning without boundaries, yes.
Okay, great. I like that. Thank you. Okay, so she's from Archmore to school. Let's speak to another student. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Wise Asari.
Wise Asari. Wise, you've been using this tablet for some time now. What do you think are the benefits of this tablet?
It helps us. It makes learning easier, and it reduces the carrying of books to class.
I'm Mariam. Hamza Adam Tanku. It makes learning easier and faster, and also it improves academic performance.
Thank you. Okay. From which school?
Applied Technology Institute.
Applied Technology Institute. So you just had that from a student from Applied Technology Institute. I have some students from ATTC. Hi, what's your name?
Laurentia.
Laurentia what? What's your name?
Dakun.
Laurentia Dakun. Tell me, what do you think is the benefit of this tablet? You've used it, and you are a student. How do you think it's going to help?
It's going to help me in so many ways. When a teacher is not in a class, I can use it to learn all alone, yeah, and it can really help me through my studies. Yeah.
So what do you have on there?
I have we have past questions on the tablet. While the teacher is not in a class, you can use the past questions to learn. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Okay. So you just heard from a student from ATTC. You're also from Applied Technology.
Industrialization Technical Institute. Industrialization Technical Institute.
Okay. What's your name?
Alexander Tete.
Alexander. Okay. Tell me, how do you think this tablet is going to help?
Well, it makes learning much easier and faster, and it connects you to your teacher very easily. It makes you to also practice with past questions and answers.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Vice President, says that this project will enable Ghanaian students actively take part in the 4th Industrial Revolution. He's been speaking here at the Accra International Conference Center.
So when I was discussing with the president and we're talking about things that we were doing in Ghana, and I mentioned to the president of Estonia that Ghana is going to be implementing a one student, one tablet policy in our senior high schools. He was taken a little aback and then told me that they have also thought about it in Estonia, but they have not yet been able to do it. And so he made a joke that then they will have to come to Ghana and learn about how we have done it. And I was very, very pleased therefore it told me that Ghana, in doing this, is really at the forefront of digitalization in our senior high schools and providing all of you, the students, the tools to be part of the 4th Industrial Revolution. As the Minister for Education said, we missed the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd Industrial Revolutions. We are now in the 4th Industrial Revolution.
President Akufo-Addo has also been touting his government's achievements with the free senior high school policy. He says the new Ghana Smart Schools project will modernize the education sector.
Again, I have on a previous occasion touted my administration's monumental strides in the digitalization agenda and singled out for praise the leadership role of my excellent and indefatigable Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the man all of us, including even his enemies in the MDC, called Dr. Digitalization. In furtherance of our digitalization agenda in the education sector, government is proceeding with plans to distribute 1.3 million educational tablets to students in senior high school. That is 1 student per tablet under the Ghana Smart Schools project. The tablets are fitted with digital contents to aid research, teaching, and learning. At the tertiary level, government plans to provide, at a discounted price, tablets and laptops to students and lecturers to facilitate academic work. Though largely successful, government continues to seek innovative ways to boost further the free SHS policy. Government is convinced that the next phase of free SHS enhancement will be propelled by digitalization. This will allow a seamless online and offline teaching and learning experience. Indeed, the enhanced free SHS school will be environmentally friendly, boost academic performance, fitted with interactive displays, interactive learning, and increased productivity, which is what has given birth to the Ghana Smart Schools project. The project seeks to deepen the application of IT in teaching and learning at the second cycle level. It will ultimately enhance the performance of students and prepare them better for higher learning and the competitive careers in future. The other component of the Ghana Smart School project is the provision of modernized infrastructure. Government intends to build 100 smart schools across the country. The first 30 of these will be completed this year, and the remaining 70 expected to be completed in the next 2 years.
So we've heard from the students. We have some teachers here right now. Let's interact with them also, find out from them what they make of the Ghana Smart Schools project. So what's your name?
I'm Solomon Neti.
Solomon Neti? Yeah. Okay. And then what's your name?
I'm Prince Walker. I'm a Kwando.
Okay, you're a teacher?
Methodist Girls High School.
Tell us, what do you make of the Ghana Smart Schools project? And how is it going to help and facilitate the work?
Yeah, with the introduction of these tablets, I think it will go a long way by enhancing the teaching and learning processes. Earlier last year, somewhere July last year, we went for a program on Minecraft education where game will be used in teaching a concept. So when you are playing the game Minecraft, it gives you the opportunity to see the raw simulation of events. So you are talking about blood circulation, and then the students just imagine those things on textbook. But when you are playing the game, it indicates over there. So with this tablet, if you get the tablet and it's found inside, it means that that learner can have access to that game on the tablet. So I think it will.
Okay, interesting. What do you also think? How is this going to help you?
All right, so we are in the 21st century. So as a 21st century teacher and then a 21st century learner, these educational policies and interventions are key to our development, and it aids learning. Because when you go to the class, you mention a concept talking about maybe acid, bases, and salt, and students will want to find out immediately what contents are there in the everyday items they use. Quickly they can Google and find out, and that will make the lesson very interesting. So a student can tell, oh, even palm oil contains palmitic acid. Maybe, palm wine contains some, acetic acid and all of that. That will help the student to even understand a whole lot of things, even about themselves. Because I teach in a girls' school, you understand? So making them understand the importance of lactic acid here and there will go a long way to, help teaching and learning. And it makes research very easy. So the teacher wouldn't have to talk much, but when you even put them in groups, and then with this teacher learning resource given to them, they will be able to find out things themselves, and which will make the teaching process very easy.
So what's your name?
I'm Pastor Fori William Esedu.
Teacher where?
I teach at St. James Senior High and Seminary in Sunyani.
How do you think this tablet is going to help your students?
Just like my colleagues have said, I think today learning has moved from teacher-centeredness to becoming student-centered. And if such initiative is really giving all the necessary tools it needs, children are going to, or students are going to have the energy to study on their own, do the research on their own, find out on their own. And that means that they will be able to take the whole attitude of learning by themselves. And in this way, it takes a chunk where it looks like teachers are always pouring knowledge into students, into an area where children are becoming, inquirers of knowledge by themselves. And we believe that that is where the 21st century is surging towards, and everyone should get on board. And I think that is a very laudable initiative. It must not be politicized. We must not downplay it. We must give it all the necessary energies so that children can learn on their own. And I believe that it's going to help our nation develop and develop real well.
Are you also happy about the past questions, on the tablets that students can access?
Yes, I'm very much enthused about it. There has been this long-standing policy that smartphones or phones are not allowed in our secondary schools. So this being a government intervention would really, put an end to all of that, where students will have a teaching learning resource, which is allowed, legally allowed. And so every student will be able to access past questions, and it will make the teaching and learning process very easy.
Students of Ejisu Senior High Technical School have cooked up new incredible local recipes of healthy nutritional value. This comes in line with the special initiative of the School Health Education Program, SHP, and was under the theme Back to School Nutrition Campaign. There is more in this report. A two-day nutrition campaign has been organized by the Ghana Education Service in collaboration with the World Food Program at Ejisu Senior High Technical School. It is under the special initiative of School Health Education Program, SHP, which was under the theme Back to School Nutrition Campaign. The program was geared towards the change in behavior regarding the use of local foodstuff and preparing local dishes in our everyday living. Some students of Ejisu Senior High Technical School were tasked to prepare food with some local foodstuff, which should include pebble rice in their main dish, desserts, and an accompaniment. The final outcome was overwhelming to the surprise of the dignitaries from the Ghana Education Service, World Food Program, and others from different sectors. In an exclusive interview with the National SHP Director, Theresa Opon-Mensah, she emphasized the essence of readopting our old ways of preparing food because some of these spices and modernized ways of cooking did more harm than good.
Some years back, we used to eat some of these local foods, but as time moves on, some of us have shifted from the local foods due to the work we do and other things. But looking at the time they use in preparing this food, we need to go back. Sankofa Yenchi, so we need to go back. And they have developed new ones that we can easily adopt in the schools and then in the various homes. We know pebble rice to be a very difficult rice to cook, and also when you leave it down, it hardens. But today they have added various fruits and vegetables, and that has softened the rice, reducing the cooking time and also making it easy for us to eat. My advice to the general public is that recently we saw the data that came from the Statistical Service, and we were even surprised to see as low as children under 8 having type 2 diabetes. The NCDs are on the increase, and it is also reminding us that we have forgotten about our health. So let us go back, let us eat the locally produced foods, let us eat the spices that are within our communities. They taste so nice. Let's combine them and make judicious use of them.
The winning team from the cooking competition also spoke to Joy Learning about how they managed to use our local food stuff like pebble rice and others to prepare drinks, cakes, among others.
We can say that these food cooks were much more nutritious, and it's very good for students or children who are enrolling in other schools. So we urge the government to put or include these diets into the educational system to help children to acquire more brain in learning or through their educational journey.
Ghana's dancing teacher, Mr. Percy Jackson, also added that every student shouldn't take their eating lightly, but must emphasize on eating good food and also nurture his or her talent to reduce unemployment in Africa.
As a student, you don't have to play with your diet. That's real. Don't play with it at all. Also, right now, you have to eat. For me, I'm a teacher, but I also dance. And my dance has a lot of meanings. The reason why I'm saying this is I started this during my mentorship at Ogo. You know, through this, I realized students are coming to school. Students love to stay in school. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. Students run to their homes when it's 12 o'clock. It's not yet time for us to close, but they close themselves. But I've been able to bring people to school through entertainment. Now people come to school and they don't want to go home. I don't know what God has blessed you with, but believe in your talent, believe in yourself, believe that you can make it. Right now, when you go on international platforms, when you search Saki Percy or the dancing teacher, I'm there. I've been featured on BBC News, Russia TV, Al Jazeera, a whole lot. So please, when learning, also take your talent serious. It can also help to reduce unemployment in Africa.
We shall take a quick break. When we come back, we will bring you our News in Focus segment.